Greetings, friends! I have a bucket of the kernels, and it's time for the drive home. So today's episode is going to be focused on fast food, because as I said, I just picked up a bucket of KFC, because it's dinner time. What shall we talk about as far as fast food is concerned? Let's talk about some favorite fast food places. My typical go-to, and this is kind of a weird dichotomy that people have, is Taco Bell, because it's terrible, but it's so good. It's like you're eating crap, but it just tastes so good that you're okay with it. And that's my typical go-to when I'm really hungry and I don't want to cook, or somebody else in the house doesn't want to cook, and we just want to get food. That's Taco Bell. It's not even the closest place, but it's the most convenient because it's a quick drive, and everybody can basically agree on it. So there we are. So Taco Bell's pretty good. I usually go for whatever their box is. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it's the same combination of 4 ingredients, just in a different layout. So it doesn't really matter what you order there. They got the new core burritos where it's just like, here, let's take a burrito and just shove it full of cheese. And whatever, cheese. Liquid, plastic, food. I understand. I know it's terrible, but, what can you do? There's not exactly places you can go to pick up, family salads for $6 a person or anything like that. It's just all crap. That's the affordable stuff. The affordable stuff is crap. If somebody could somehow figure out a way to make, farm to bucket or farm to drive-through affordable, that would be an amazing venture. Get those start rolling out, and let people get good quality food at a cheap price to go. That would be amazing. You make $1 million, $1 billion. New market. Well, at least you could easily market it just by saying you're so much better than anything else out there. Wasn't McDonald's doing something like McCafe where all their stuff's supposed to be fresh or whatever? I don't believe them. It's McDonald's. What do you expect? Their food is crap too. I don't like McDonald's. I'm not a fan of McDonald's. I used to be when I was little. I saw this funny comic, I think it was, or maybe it was just an expression somebody had written down. But it was, when you go to McDonald's as a kid, it's a treat, and when you go to McDonald's as an adult, it's a punishment or a sign of failure. Just, oh God, we're going to McDonald's. Where did I go wrong? And that's how I feel. I mean, really, the only thing I can really stomach from there is the McNuggets. And yes, I know how they're made. I don't care. They still taste good. But their burgers, although for the longest time, I don't know why, they had the super cheap double cheeseburgers, and those things had to be laced with crack, because I could eat those. I could eat a lot of those, and I was okay with that. But nothing since. Not really a fan of their food. I think they changed the recipe on the fries. Don't really care for those anymore. I'm trying to think. I think the best fries nowadays is Burger King. Oddly enough, although I'm not really a fan of their stuff either. I've gotten to the point where I really don't care for a lot of fast food. Carl's. No, wait, what do we have out here? Jack in the Box, that's what I was thinking. Jack in the Box is okay. I don't know why. I mean, even Jack in the Box, I'm not going to go for their burgers. Just not good burgers. Bad quality. I think part of the problem is that I've gotten so used to just grilling burgers at home that anywhere else is trash. And even then, I mean, most of the time I'm not hand making my burgers. I'm getting these frozen patties, but they're cooked on a grill and they're fresh and they're great. And then I go anywhere else for fast food and their burgers are just absolute garbage. I can't take them anymore. So typically when we go out, I get chicken sandwiches. Chicken sandwiches is where it's at nowadays, which makes me a little sad because I'm such a carnivore. I like the red meat. I like the burgers. I like the steaks. The steaks are not going to get fast food though, so forget that. I'd have to say though, I will happily get a Kid Valley burger. Kid Valley, as far as I know, is a local chain, something that's only out here in the Pacific Northwest. Might even be Seattle only, I don't really know. but their burgers are good. I am okay with them. If you're going fast food and you want Kid Valley, I will happily get burgers from there. They're pretty tasty. I know there's Five Guys, and people are real happy with Five Guys. I don't know if I qualify Five Guys so much as fast food, just because they don't have a drive-thru. You have to go in and pick up the food. But their stuff's good. I think they're a little overpriced. But, I mean, they've got a pretty good thing going on, considering, you order the basic. Do you want a burger? Do you want a cheeseburger? Do you want a bacon burger? And then all the toppings are just included. You get it however you want. And that's nice, especially when they have nice stuff like sauteed mushrooms and A1 steak sauce and sauteed onions and things of that nature. So you can get a really, really good deluxe burger. Though again, you're paying the same price regardless. So might as well load up on those toppings just to make up for it. I guess along those lines, with the not really fast food but kind of fast food, I need to figure out a way to do something about the sun. It's always in the way. I mean, when we start getting closer to winter, it's not going to be such a problem because it's going to be down. It's going to be kind of dark. I might need to get like a light so you guys can see me. Anyways, back to the fast food. So I was saying, Subway's okay. Shame about Jared though. That freaks me out. Nobody wants to deal with that. Different topic, different day. I'm not going to go into that right now. Subway, yes, Subway good. I like I like Subway. Again, probably for the same reason, because you can order something real basic, like the just the Italian, the cold cut combo, and just load it up with all the toppings. Get all the good toppings on there, and throw a salad on top of my sandwich, please. Thank you. I'm trying to think what else. Arby's used to be good, but then they got expensive. I haven't been to Arby's recently, much at all. Just, again, not really a thing of mine. Fast food, not really much of a topic there. It's like you eat it or you don't. Decent nachos? Anybody know where to get decent nachos? Taco Bell's kind of okay, but even then, I think right now, if you want good, speedy nachos, go to a 7-Eleven, and instead of putting all your cheese and stuff on top of your nachos, put it in the dish, keep the chips in a bag, and then just dip it. Would you consider Chipotle fast food? Because if Chipotle's fast food, that's the best fast food. Regardless of any jokes or anything like that, Chipotle is by far the best. I feel quality that you can get for a quick amount of time, and man, is it good. Oh, it tastes so good. I don't care what you get there, it's all good. It's so tasty. I was watching South Park recently, and they had the and I'm trying to catch up. I'm so far behind in South Park. I think they just hit season 20 and I'm on season 14 or something like that, and I think I skipped a bunch of seasons just to even get that close. I think I started at season 10 because I was so far behind. I was like, nah, I'm never going to catch up. But they did the Possession episode where, was it Butters? It's probably Butters. Terrible things always happen to Butters. And I think he was possessed by Michael Jackson because all these celebrities had died at the time, and they kept bringing up Billy Mays and all of his advertisements. And when they had was Chipotle or something like that, and it was to clean the blood stains out of your underwear after eating Chipotle. And I was with the I think it was Stan, who eats Chipotle and doesn't have that problem, but of course Cartman does. And I was just like, really after you get blood stains in your underwear after eating there, you still go back and eat there? And they're like, dude, it's fucking Chipotle, it's good. And I have to agree, although I don't get blood stains in my underwear, so I don't really have to worry about that. So no Chipotle gone for me. But it was one of those things where, really, does this cause problems with other people who don't have as much intestinal fortitude as I do? I guess I'm blessed in that manner. I can eat really strange stuff and get away with it. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. I shouldn't, but I do. Let's see here. Family really likes... oh, what's the Chinese place that's been springing up all over? Panda Express. Yeah, Panda Express. I really like that one. Panda Express is okay. If I have to, I'll go there. Although typically, I mean, out where I am, there's a Chipotle right next to the Panda Express. So if my family gets Panda Express, I get Chipotle. Because forget that. Although I've got this hilarious cup that I got from Panda Express, and it's just the panda and then a heart sign and then a rooster, and they were trying to advertise some new chicken thing, but I read that entirely differently, and I have kept that cup ever since because it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh a lot. So that's pretty funny. All right, I can't think of anything else to talk about fast food wise, so let's see, what else do we have? Art in Everett. What kind of art should be up in Everett? Well, I don't really make it up into Everett very often, so I really can't comment on that too much. There's a number of sculpture parks down in Seattle, and I like sculpture parks. I think they're neat. Just people putting up abstract art in a nice natural environment, or just random sculptures on the corner. There's one near my place that's on a corner, and it's like, what's that, ballerina or something like that? But it's just the sculpture of this girl doing a pose, and that's the whole thing. And I mean, it's not your typical ballerina where she's wearing the tiny tutu and all that. It's just some girl doing a typical ballet pose, and it's neat. It's just a neat little sculpture that's sitting on the corner of the block, and it's kind of random, but it's nice just to have those little thoughts of artwork. I think artwork is very important. I wish I could do some. I can't. I have no talent for it, but I do believe that sort of expression is very important, and I think we should have it anywhere you can get it. Random sculptures would be really cool. I don't know how else you'd present art on the street, though. I mean, paintings, can't really do that. Whether tear them to pieces, or, you know, people spray painting, graffiti, stuff like that. Now, graffiti, that is an interesting thing, because it can be art. I've seen some very good graffiti art, and I think it would be neat if cities actually set up sections, like sections of wall, or just a area in a park or something like that, where people could freely graffiti it up, paint whatever they wanted to on, well, okay, not whatever they wanted to, but you get the idea. Normal street graffiti or whatever, and let artists go crazy. It would be a really neat thing. There's so much anti-graffiti stuff out there, and setting up certain types of materials and things that will resist the spray paint, or make it easier to clean off, so that they can scrub it out as soon as it shows up. But I don't see any places that's like, no, please spray paint here, do your art here, express yourself here. And I think we need that. I think we need a place where people feel free to do that, to practice if they will, or to let something out, or to design something that they really enjoy. That in itself might be rather temporary, because somebody else is going to come and spray paint over it or something, or you set it up with some sort of digital capture so that every night it takes a picture of whatever's been sprayed there, so whoever did artwork on it during the day has a copy, or there's a permanent record of what they did, so that way they can keep it. I know there's a certain rebellious factor to it, where some people do graffiti specifically because it's illegal, because they're sticking it to the man or whoever, and I can understand that. I can see where people would want to express themselves in that manner and do their own little bit of sedition, and that's cool too. I mean, there are some things. There's a number of murals near and around like the downtown Seattle area, and I've seen them in other places too, where people actually commission artists to do murals, and that's really nice. But what I really hate is when people graffiti over those. That's just sad. I don't know why you'd ruin that. There's tons of blank walls. If you really got to graffiti something like that, but don't do it on top of somebody else's artwork. That's just rude. I mean, that's not sticking it to the man. That's not being rebellious. That's just being an asshole. And there's no reason for that. Spray paint the side of a building. I'm sure Jiffy Lube can only be improved by somebody spray painting a symbol or artwork or something like that on the side of their whitewashed stucco walls or something along those lines. But don't do it over a nice mural. That's not cool. Nobody should be subjected to that, having their artwork destroyed by somebody else. It's just not cool. Though along those lines, they're not recent. This was probably a couple of months ago, but it's not like it's gone away or anything. But there's a thing, people getting upset over other people's fan art of things. We had a discussion about fan art in an earlier episode, but I would like to go back to it. And it's, if people want to express themselves and create fan art that doesn't diminish, reduce, or change the original project or the original concept or anything like that. People do fan art of TV shows or cartoons or movies or comics or video games or whatever. It doesn't change anything concerning the original product. At least that's my opinion. And again, it's my opinion, so what does it matter? But I feel that getting upset over how somebody portrays somebody else's character when they're just trying to show their own expression, I mean, as long as they're not being overtly offensive, as long as they're not specifically trying to make somebody look like crap or feel like crap with their artwork or anything like that, I don't see why anybody should get up in arms about it. There was that artist who had done some Steven Universe fan art and just got attacked. I think it was on Tumblr. I wouldn't doubt if it was on Tumblr. Tumblr's can be kind of a vile place. Most of the internet can be a pretty vile place, so I guess there's always that. But like, there was like a failed suicide attempt or something like that after all the crap she got just because she drew rose quartz a little thin. And that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. That's bashing down on somebody just because you don't like the way that they portray something. And the person wasn't doing the artwork because she felt rose quartz was too fat. This is a very large character, and not large because she's huge. She's like 7 feet tall or something like that, and just has a, I think, voluptuous, maybe Zoftig would be a good descriptor of her. Anyways, that's sort of a build. And this person drew her with what some people would say ideal measurements or something along those lines. And given the rest of her artwork, that was pretty on par. That's how she drew a lot of other characters. And that was just how she liked the show. She wanted to draw the character, and that was her style. That's how she drew it. And I don't see there's a problem with that. It's not a different character. And she's not out to say that the character was terribly designed in the first place. She just wanted to do her own interpretation, her own rendering. And to lash out at her over that just seems ridiculous. There's no reason to attack somebody over their artwork or their sense of expression. Again, because she wasn't trying to attack anything. She was just doing things in her own style. Anyways, so where were we? I go off on tangents. I like tangents. I really wish we had interaction. I can't wait till we get this live because I want to be able to look and see what people are saying and then work off of that. I think me monologuing can probably be pretty boring for some people. I listen to a couple of podcasts, not too many, but all of them are like groups of people bouncing back and forth and chatting and things like that. And I really wish I had that sort of ability to do that. I mean, I might, on a super rare occasion, get a passenger that I might be able to chat with during this program. I don't really see that happening very often, if at all. Maybe? I don't know. So, somebody want to come home with me sometime and sit in the passenger seat and we'll chat? I'll have to figure out how to set up the camera, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, I can't wait till we get live so we can kind of volley back and forth with things, or so people can make comments and I can add or expand upon it. I think that'd be fun. But artwork. So yeah, that's my idea of artwork in public places, or what cities need more artwork of in general. And I don't think it necessarily needs to be of anything. I think trying to celebrate your community is a good form of artwork, or just something that makes your area special. I mean, in this area, you're going to get a lot of artwork of, at least I'd feel, a lot of artwork of sea life and boats and water-related things. But we live in such a neat environment that a nice mountain scene fits. It works perfectly because we have mountains on both sides. We have mountains, we have water, we have forests, we have a rainforest. Not a lot of desert, unless you head out east. Head out east, you'll find desert, but it's not around here, so nobody's going to make paintings of deserts. Deserts are boring. Great, vast landscapes. Nothing. I could draw a desert. And that's saying something. If I can draw it, then you know it's simple. Then you know there's not much to it. Couldn't draw a forest. You draw a tree, maybe? Maybe? Probably a little bit crap. Most of my stuff looks like crap. I wanted to do a webcomic series called Josh Learns to Draw, and have, you know, a couple of panels of me trying to do a comic. And for the first, who knows how long, the last panel would always be me throwing the tablet in the trash can because I clearly can't draw. I think it would be funny. I think I should do this at some point, but I can't guarantee I'll get around to it ever. I'm honestly surprised I'm still doing this, because I'm not terribly good at sticking to things, just because I feel like I'm doing it wrong. I've already felt like I'm doing this wrong. I'm probably doing it wrong, but I figured this is easy enough. This is something for me to do on the side. This is something I don't have to put a lot of... Somebody pulled out in front of me and then made a right-hand turn. Brilliant. You've always got to be first. Anyways, so this is something I don't have to stress over. At least I don't feel like I need to stress over. The most stress I got was when I did the episode on flat earthers and things of that nature, and I got 2 dislikes. And the funny thing was, I was sitting there not so much going, why would somebody dislike me? It was me saying specifically, why did they dislike me? What did I do to earn that? Did I say something wrong? Is my style incorrect? Is there something I could do to improve? I mean, if you're going to dislike my video because you don't like it, that's fine. It's cool, I understand. Dislike the video. Leave a comment. Let me know why you're disliking me, because I want to fix it. I want to be liked. Give me the likes. No, I'm not going to beg for likes. That's silly. I'm not going to beg for anything except for comments. I want you people to comment, because that's how I make this show, is with you commenting. If you don't comment, I have nothing to talk about. And this time I kind of asked my wife, I was like, I'm going to be doing this show and picking up dinner. It's going to be kind of a long drive. I don't know what to talk about. And she's like, talk about fast food. You're picking up fast food. Go talk about fast food. I was like, all right, talk about fast food. But on the plus side, I still have my notebook of things people have said, so I was able to bounce back off of that. But hey, check this out. It has been 24 minutes. This has been a really long episode. But I'm in the driveway. I'm backing up. I have made you people suffer long enough. Actually, I take that back. You're not suffering, because if you're hanging out this long, you want to watch this. So it's your own damn fault. But that's cool. I'm glad you're here. And I'll see you at home.